The prophets of the Bible were not all the same, and that is one reason their voices still feel so alive. Some stood before kings. Some wept in public. Some saw visions so strange that people still talk about them today. But each one carried a message from God to real people in real trouble. Isaiah spoke with a voice full of glory, warning a proud nation to turn back, yet also pointing far ahead to hope. He saw the Lord high and lifted up, and he spoke of Emmanuel, God with us, and of the suffering servant who would carry the sins of many. His words hold both thunder and comfort, because he believed that even scarlet sins could be made white as snow. Jeremiah was the prophet who cried. He pleaded with Judah for years, warning that Babylon would come, and it did. He was mocked, rejected, and thrown into a pit, yet he still spoke of hope. In the middle of judgment, he gave one of the tenderest promises in Scripture, that God would make a new covenant written not on stone, but on the human heart. Ezekiel spoke from exile, and his message came through powerful visions and dramatic signs. He saw the glory of God, wheels within wheels, and a valley full of dry bones rising back to life. His message was clear. No exile is too deep, no people are too far gone, and God can breathe life where everything looks dead. Daniel lived in the middle of empire without letting empire live inside him. Taken from Jerusalem as a young man, he served in Babylon with wisdom and courage. He interpreted dreams, survived the lion's den, and saw visions of kingdoms rising and falling. Through it all, he showed that earthly empires pass away, but God's kingdom does not. Elijah came like fire. He stood on Mount Carmel against the prophets of Baal and called the people to choose whom they would follow. God answered with fire from heaven, yet Elijah also learned that God speaks in a still small voice. His life was bold, fierce, and full of holy urgency. Jonah is the prophet many people remember first, but his story is deeper than the fish. He ran from God's call, was swallowed into darkness, then preached to Nineveh, and the city repented. What upset Jonah was not God's power, but God's mercy. His story reminds us that God cares even for people we would rather give up on. These prophets were different in style, but they were united in purpose. They warned, pleaded, revealed, and pointed forward. And through all their voices, one truth kept shining through. God speaks, God judges, God saves, and God does not stop calling people back to himself. If you want, I can turn the rest of the prophets into this same 1-minute script style too.